Good afternoon, and welcome to the White House. It's a beautiful event today. So, thank you for joining me to address this important issue. Secretaries Wright, McMahon, Rawlings, and Chavez-DeRemir. It's wonderful to be here today alongside private sectors, leaders like Mr. Pichai, Mr. Karishma, Mr. Wilson, and the many more visionaries from across industry. We are living in a moment of wonder, and it is our responsibility to prepare children in America. Cars now steer themselves through our cities. Robots hold steady hands in the operating room. And drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction. Data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis shows that AI innovation is clearly boosting America's GDP growth. Surely this is not a trend, for AI will serve as the underpinning of every business sector in our nation, including education, life sciences, finance, and design. In fact, I predict AI will represent the single largest growth category in our nation during this administration, and I won't be surprised if AI becomes known as the greatest engine of progress in the history of the United States of America. But as leaders and parents, we must manage AI's growth responsibly. During this primitive stage, it is our duty to treat AI as we would our own children, empowering but with watchful guidance. Today, in this room, is filled with the brightest minds of our time. As such, I challenge you to focus on 3 strategic priorities of AI's ecosystem, so America can lead in shaping a new, magnificent world. Infrastructure and energy, national security, and of course, talent. We must ensure America's talent, our workforce, is prepared to sustain AI's progress. And the Presidential AI Challenge is our first major step to galvanize America's parents, educators, and students with this mission. English is a new coding language for many, and with it, creativity will flow from every corner of America, sparking new industries, careers, and jobs. By supporting the Presidential AI Challenge, you are investing in our youth, America's next era builders. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our very determined Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, Mr. Michael Cartesius. Michael's vision will have a profound effect on how emerging technology shapes our future. Thank you, Michael.
No, thank you, Madam First Lady, for your remarks and for hosting this second meeting of the White House Task Force on AI Education. And thank you to all of my colleagues on the task force here, including Secretary McMahon, Secretary Rawlings, Secretary Chavez-DeRemir, Secretary Wright, and White House AI and Crypto Czar, David Sachs. We are thrilled also to welcome a new member of a task force today, Assistant to the President for the Office of the First Lady, Haley Harrison. Thank you for joining us. It is an honor to have the support and advice of the First Lady as we seek to implement the President's plans to give America's children the chance to learn how to navigate our ever-changing technological world. As AI reshapes how people learn, work, and communicate, President Trump is committed to ensuring that Americans are equipped to lead the world in harnessing this technology for increased productivity and prosperity. To further that end, in April, the President signed an executive order focusing on the formation and promotion of AI educational and workforce development programs, especially for America's young people. Familiarity with how these exciting new tools work will, we hope, lay a very important foundation for a lifetime of innovation. That is why President Trump established this White House task force on AI education, and that is why this task force has helped put together the Presidential AI Challenge, which the First Lady launched just last week. And for that, thank you so much, Mrs. Trump. We are here today to talk about our future in the most real sense imaginable, how America's children can be prepared to build our country tomorrow with the cutting-edge tools of today. We are proud and grateful to announce new steps in fulfilling the mission of this task force and the President's vision for this AI challenge, as we welcome leaders from business, nonprofit, and education who are putting America's future first by pledging their resources to support AI training for American students, educators, workers, and families. So all of you here who are participating in the pledge, thank you for your generous pledges. The many contributors here today are committed to providing not only vital hardware, infrastructure, and education technology for students, but professional development opportunities for workers, for teachers, and for parents. Resources being made available include interactive lessons, educational toolkits, classroom guides, certifications, courses, workshops, webinars, and so much more. We are also honored to be joined by representatives of parent groups, who we trust will continue to provide invaluable advice. We are humbled by the responsibility you share with us in educating America's children, and very proud to seek your input and participation in every part of this effort. And as a new father of an 8-week-old, this means more to me than probably anything else we're talking about today. No one loves this nation's children and students like you do as their parents, who are each child's first teachers. Americans of all ages look forward to celebrating 250 years of U.S. independence next year and remembering our even longer national story of pilgrims, patriots, pioneers, conquering new frontiers and building a future for their posterity. Today, we are grateful for this opportunity to invest in our children's future in turn and to give this generation and generations of Americans to come the tools they need to master the frontiers of AI. Thank you all. And now, Secretary McMahon, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you very much. And what an honor it is to share the dais today with our First Lady and my former cabinet members and colleagues here today. I think AI is certainly one of those technologies that we must embrace, certainly because it is here. It is such a valuable tool, and we are certainly going to do our best to utilize it at the Department of Education. I think we're looking at our work in 3 AI areas. We're supporting current grantees. We are prioritizing future investments, and we're integrating AI in our own workforce at the department. So I am certainly, and maybe a little to the table later than some as an adapter, but clearly I certainly am now an adapter in utilizing some forms of AI, which I'm finding so incredibly helpful. And I bet that Barron is helping you with a little bit of this as well, and maybe charging you a little bit with that. I would think so. In supporting our current grantees, we've issued a Dear Colleague letter telling anyone who has received an ED grant that AI tools and technologies are allowable use of federal education funds. Our goal is to empower states and schools to begin exploring AI integration in a way that works best for their communities. And I'm next week actually going to go to the Alpha School in Austin, Texas, to see AI in action in the school, so I'll be anxious to report back and see how that works. We are prioritizing future investments as I've now made AI one of my priorities as secretary. This explicitly encourages the integration of AI in teaching, learning, and school operations. Any grant applications that come into the department that utilize AI will be more strongly considered, for their grants. Might even get some bonus points for that. We want to integrate AI at Ed. We're exploring ways to utilize AI in our processes across the department, not to replace human judgment and work, but to make us more efficient and effective. And I think that should be a goal everywhere. Ed is fully aligned with the Presidential AI Challenge and is encouraging students and educators to explore AI technologies with curiosity and with creativity. It's not one of those things to be afraid of. Let's embrace it. Let's develop AI-based solutions to real-world problems and cultivate an AI-informed, future-ready workforce. Ed strongly supports the Pledge to America's Youth. We are thankful to the folks in the room today and many others who have made commitments to expand AI access and understanding across schools, very important across all over the country. And as I am touring and visiting schools of all kinds of different schools around the country, I will be looking to see how AI is being utilized and totally impressed by what I'm seeing. We are helping schools prepare every school, every child, every student for the AI-driven world.
Thank you, Secretary Rollins.
Well, first of all, I will turn my microphone on. First of all, I just want to say thank you all. I'm Brooke Rollins, and what a joy to be up here with my fellow cabinet members. Michael Kratsios, you are just a visionary. And I think back to the first term when we were able to work together. It's just incredible to see you lead and drive and cast a vision supported by so many incredible people here, and I know your team. But it's just a joy to see this incredible perhaps one of the most important issues, if not the most, that we have to address and embrace and build as a culture, as a society, as America. Is just so great. And to our incredible First Lady, it goes without saying that your strong and steady leadership in whatever you put your hand and your mind to is beyond what any of us could have hoped or imagined in terms of your leadership, your ability to move mountains for what you believe is important. I saw it with your Be Best campaign in the first term, and now to see you put your intellect and your heart and your work behind this is just incredibly encouraging. And as your friend, I'm just so grateful. So thank you for your leadership. And to all of our private sector partners in the room, I know we're going to get to hear from some of you. Many of you, again, we've worked together for some time, but this is the new Trump administration. This is most vexing challenges facing America. So for those of you that have made this a priority in the private sector, we're just so grateful for your leadership and your willingness to lean in and realizing that sometimes in our country, things can get fairly divisive, but your willingness to lean in and to be part of the universal approach to solving these massive problems is just so appreciated. So thank you. I want to say that President Trump has been very clear. The United States will